Hello everyone, and a huge welcome to our RElab 2020 Demo Day. I'm Fanula, I'm the founder of RElab, and I'd like to share with you a little bit about RElab and what it is that we do. At its very core, RElab is about partnership and collaboration. Our passion is to help our entrepreneurs to succeed. And along with that, we also do want to be a part of supporting innovation and change in our built world. As a team, we believe strongly that scale and change happen most powerfully when innovators and industry can work effectively together, and when we also leverage our ecosystems to accelerate startup growth. So you may ask me, how do we do this? Well, what we try to do is to connect and support our startups and our partners to work together around new products and solutions. And at the same time, we work to support our entrepreneurs by giving them access to mentorship, as well as to expertise and to investment. Of course, an enormous part of the success of our programme is due to our amazing group of partners and mentors, many of whom are with us today. And I'd like to extend a huge RElab thank you to each and every one of them. So, on to the purpose of today, which is a moment for celebration and also a showcase for our 2020 cohort. This cohort had a very different RElab experience, with a programme that actually started at the exact moment the world went into lockdown. So I could not be prouder of them, as well as of our partners, mentors, and my team, who showed all the resilience and the creativity that you might expect, taking this programme virtual and finding new and productive ways to work together. And that success can be seen now in the significant number of active partnerships in progress and the many successful fundings that closed throughout the period. Right, I think it's definitely time to hear from our cohort. And to lead you through the presentations, I welcome my colleague Juan to the stage.
Thank you, Fanula. Hi everyone, I'm Juan Carlos Sanchez, Senior Associate at Goldacre Ventures, and I'm very excited to be here today sharing our 2020 cohort with you. In terms of format for today, each company will present for 4 to 5 minutes. This will be followed by some closing remarks from David Bloom, partner at the Noe Group. Please do use the live chat to support and encourage the companies throughout Demo Day. And finally, if you would like to meet the companies following the event, you can schedule a time using the links available on Hopin and on the RElab website. So, our first startup is eConcrete, an Israeli company who have created an environmentally friendly concrete solution that reduces the ecological footprint of coastal and marine infrastructures. Please welcome Dr. Shimrit Berkel-Finkel, winner of the EU Women Innovators Award and co-founder and CEO of eConcrete.
Hi, everybody. My name is Shimrit Berkel-Finkel, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of eConcrete, bringing concrete infrastructure to life. And I'm happy to take you on a deep dive to the fascinating world of coastal and marine construction. That's me here diving. That's my passion. And both myself and my co-founder are marine biologists with over 20 years of experience diving and exploring beautiful ecosystems in over 30 countries together, trying to find solutions to some of the world's greatest challenges with disappearing ecosystems on our coastline. We're doing that with a very strong multidisciplinary team that is composed of concrete technologists, biologists, ecologists, coastal and marine engineers, as well as product designers, all working together to create a holistic solution for a big problem. Let's start with human population growth. About 50% of the population resides along coastlines, which means that we have to armor and protect our coastlines. About 70% of these structures, like breakwaters and seawalls, are made of concrete, making concrete the second most consumed material on our planet. It's also responsible for 8% of our entire carbon emission as a humanity, which also fuels another global challenge of climate change. We're seeing stronger and more frequent storms coming in, and we're seeing acceleration in sea level rise, which also induces our need to really armor our shorelines with concrete deserts that are taking the place of beautiful, highly productive natural coastal ecosystems, which I love to dive in, like coral reefs, like oyster beds, or even mangroves. And these are the natural defenses, the way nature created them, and we're replacing them with barren concrete structures. The problem with concrete in the marine environment is threefold. We're seeing a very aggressive material, we're seeing very smooth surfaces and featureless designs, all of which drive down the biodiversity and actually create nuisance on the concrete structures, that are also associated with heavy mitigation penalties. And here is where eConcrete brings a win-win solution by bringing concrete to life. The technology is based on three elements that work in synergy: the concrete composition, the surface complexity, and the three-dimensional design. We have developed a unique bioenhancing concrete admix component made nearly entirely of byproducts that represents about 10% of the cementitious materials within the concrete. We also work with unique molds and designs to accommodate the growth of diverse marine ecosystems, and doing that without jeopardizing the strength or the operation capacity of the concrete structure. We already have a line of products that's been successfully implemented in different locations, from armor blocks to marine mattresses, different seawall designs, pure pile encasements, and even a bio-wall solution for the terrestrial environment. This is how the life adheres to eConcrete. You can really see a crust of oysters and tube worms and corals that are creating high biodiversity, helping us be in line with many of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and bring an ample of environmental and ecological advantages with increased biodiversity, species richness, habitat creation, and a massive carbon sink. But not only do we rejuvenate the ecosystem, we also help make the concrete stronger in a process called bioprotection. Through the skeletons of these organisms, we're able to increase the strength and performance of the concrete. Furthermore, those same skeletons are creating a huge carbon sink. The calcification of those organisms is helping uptake CO2 and assimilate it into calcium carbonate, and they will keep doing that throughout the lifespan of the product. The technology is backed up by patents, and we're constantly growing our patent portfolio. We are well positioned within the competitive landscape as the only company that's providing structural, ecological solutions that reduce the carbon footprint of coastal structures. At the moment, we're scaling our activities and going into mega infrastructure projects, like this necklace of breakwaters that is going to protect the coastlines of Staten Island, New York. Here, we also want to show that we are able to reduce mitigation penalties and make a significant ROI through the technology. In this case, we managed to reduce the mitigation from 18 millions to 4, thanks to the bioenhancing concrete designs and the overall ecological design of the project. We already have 30 installations across 8 countries and 6 seas, and we're working with different stakeholders from ports to marinas to city agencies in hope to scale our technology. We have validated our technology and going into mass manufacturing and scaling up. We've just finalized the Series A, and we're going into a very important phase of licensing the technology and developing different OEM models. And this is where we can use your help to spread the word and to help us form partnerships so that together we can bring our win-win solution to every coastline and coastal ecosystem that needs it. Thank you.
Next up is Massive Analytic, a UK company with patent registrations in over 20 countries for an AI platform with an uncanny ability to see the future. Please welcome Dr. George Frangu, serial entrepreneur and founder and CEO of Massive Analytic.
Hi, I'm George Frangu. I'm founder and group CEO of Massive Analytic. We build precognition machines, unique artificial general intelligence. It's an AI software for adaptive data-driven decisions, operations, and robotics. You know, it doesn't matter how much money you spend on AI analytics. If you don't account for the uncertainty in your data, it's going to cost you millions in lost opportunities. I want to tell you something about the way our tech works. This is British physicist David Bond. The unambiguous is a reality, and the ambiguous is merely uncertainty. So let's turn that the other way around. The ambiguous is a reality, and the unambiguous is merely a special case of it. Now, that actually underpins the way that our tech works. So our AGI works by deriving, so there's very deep mathematics involved, unambiguous answers to users' myriad queries, each as a special case in otherwise big data ambiguity or uncertainty. So when I founded the company, there were 2 key questions I wanted to answer. One is it possible to predict a black swan event? You know, like 9/11, like the pandemic. And also, is it possible to build an AI application that was as easy and ubiquitous to use as Microsoft Excel? So Massive Analytic does for AI what Microsoft Excel did for accounting. In other words, Microsoft Excel democratized accounting in the same way that Massive Analytic democratizes AI. So in an age of increasing data uncertainty, we give users the power of artificial precognition, that's our AGI, to solve the most difficult decisions and operations challenges. We have 3 AI platforms: Oscar Data Science, Nathra Video Analytics, and Aftos Robotics. Our technology is protected by patents in more than 20 countries, including the United States, European Union, China, Japan, and Israel. We have 43 forward citations, including multiple citations from Uber, Rockwell, NEC, Audi, Ford, and IBM. And we're continuing to break new ground with our quantum computing Eigen program, which is a radical innovation. We're working with the National Physical Laboratory and University College London and other academic institutions, where what we've done is we've taken IoT sensor data from autonomous cars, and we've actually modeled this data and run it on state-of-the-art quantum computers, which is opening the door for the commercialization of quantum technologies. So an earlier slide, I said that if you don't account for uncertainty, it's going to cost you millions. But if you do account for uncertainty, it's going to help you generate millions in new opportunities, reduce costs, and even save lives. So our technology is disruptive in terms of how much better our prediction is. But in some cases, it's even radical, for example, in 5G. We have some amazing customers. We have OEM VAR customers in 5G, space tech and defense. And we also have fintech and SureTech customers and medtech. And we also have some end users as well. And we have some consortium that we're working on some very, very large deals. The one I want to focus on specifically, I think is most relevant to you, is what we're doing in 5G and space tech. So this is what Paul Fevre, who's CTO of the Satellite Catapult, says about Massive Analytic, that we have the industrial capacity to accelerate the rollout of advanced hybrid 5G networks, but not only that, to accelerate IoT initiatives globally. Not surprisingly, the market's very, very large. So we're focusing on fintech, medtech, and particularly the built environment, 5G and space tech. We have a great team working with me, experts in product development, in building businesses, and in deep tech. So if AI and quantum computing is your bag, is something that you're interested in, here are some key headlines about Massive Analytic. We've raised 4 million seed to date. We're completing on a 6 million equity round, late seed, for international expansion and scale up. We're anticipating a Series B in the second quarter of next year, and we have deep IP assets. So if you're interested in coming along on the journey with us, either as a partner or as a customer or as an investor, please do get in touch. Thank you very much.
Next, we hear from Modulus, a UK startup transforming the way residential real estate is planned and delivered using an end-to-end modular construction platform. Please welcome Chris Bone, co-founder and CEO of Modulus.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Bone. I'm CEO and co-founder of Modulus, a London-based construction technology business set to transform the way homes are delivered. After many years of frustration in the construction industry, our team decided it was time to change the way things were done and set out to totally revolutionise the way homes are delivered. The world has a chronic housing shortage. The population has doubled in my lifetime alone. We need to build over 500 million new homes at a cost of over $16 trillion by 2025. And that's just to keep pace. There's a 4 million backlog in the UK alone, and that deficit is growing at 140,000 homes a year. It is clear we need to find a way to do things differently. In 2017, our team, with a rich heritage of major projects around the world, including the Emirates Stadium, BBC Broadcasting House, and Google's headquarters in California, decided that we had to find a way to transform the way homes were delivered. The only solution was to build a fast-track platform to digitize the processes and enable the third-party assemblers to assemble and deliver homes locally to the project. With an automated design platform, A standardised and exceptionally high-performing kit of parts, very quick to assemble, much more akin to the automotive industry, and a fully integrated supply chain. Our system can deliver comfortable, safe, and stylish homes that are both affordable and sustainable. The secret behind our transformational approach is the integration of the kit of parts into the automated design process. The kit of parts is one data set, the other two being the building codes and legislation and the developer's brief. The developer can go onto the platform and set up their project and then upload the plot of land that they're looking to develop. They can then feed in their requirements, whether it's a multi-storey apartment building or standalone townhouses. They can pick the maximum buildable height, in this case an apartment building, and the mix of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. They can feed that data into the system so that we can then run thousands of iterations of that building on that particular plot of land. In the first instance, we're looking at feasibility. How feasible it is to build that building on that site. We have the land values, we have the future revenue potential. Based on all of that, the algorithm then calculates the return on investment. We can then pick our favourites. We can then refine them. We can run them through engineering software that we use every day of the week, whether it's daylight modelling, thermal modelling, or comfort modelling. In this case, daylight modelling, looking at the orientation of the building on the site. We can then import it into the BIM model, and we can start to manually configure it further. And we can even get to the point when we start to change the external facade of the building from a library of components. And we can do the same in the interior design as well. And that gets us to a very detailed level of design very, very quickly. Because we know every component that's in the building, where it comes from and its cost, we can start to then feed into that cost data. Through interrogation of supply chain, we can also then start to feed in program, lead-in times, resource in the factories, and availability. We mentioned the distributed assembly model. We send that kit of parts to the third-party local assembler, local to the project, who can assemble it with our oversight and management and deliver it to site to be installed. The kit of parts itself is relatively traditional. It's a precast concrete slab with tracks for internal and external walls, hot roll columns providing a robust lifting mechanism. The internal walls are fitted, the wet wall for the bathroom we've co-designed with one of the big bathroom manufacturers. With the panels, doors and walls, we have a watertight, airtight box to be shipped to site. Our aim is to have each assembler assembling 9 modules a day. 9 because we can lift 9 modules a day to a mid-rise building such as this. And with 9 modules a day, we can effectively build the superstructure of this building in 16 days. Yes, there's a period of time for the groundwork package and the core and everything at the front end, and there's facade fixing and the second fix fit out on site. However, we've reduced the program time for this building from 18 months to 6 months. We're currently working on 5 pilot projects in the south of England and are now also looking at projects in Scotland and in Austria. We've recently been nominated to deliver a large UK housing framework for 40,000 homes over 5 years and are now in early discussions for a similar type of framework in Berlin in Germany for 100,000 homes over 10. So to sum up, the Modulus Fast Track platform enables landowners and property developers to deliver high quality, affordable and sustainable homes at scale and pace. And we have a business model that can be licensed and franchised into any market that's got a mature supply chain and an appetite to build homes. With our seed round closing, projects starting on site, further development of the technology, we're now looking for partners, collaborators, clients and investors to come with us on this journey. Please feel free to get in touch with us and we'll be delighted to meet with you in the coming weeks. Thank you very much.
Our next company, also from the UK, is QualisFlow, a startup working with construction companies to seamlessly capture and analyze environmental data on waste transfers and material deliveries on site. Please welcome Brittany Harris, co-founder and CEO of QualisFlow.
Hi, I'm Brittany, co-founder and CEO of QualisFlow. So we're enabling data-driven, sustainable construction. You know, the world is changing. We've recently seen that the Heathrow's third runway was ruled illegal because it didn't help the UK government hit its net zero carbon emission targets for 2050. But it's not just our public clients who are driving this change. We've seen private investors demand more and more from their portfolios around greater transparency and accountability so they can hit those ESG targets. So in order for developers and contractors to win more work and attract investment, they must demonstrate their ability to track and manage their environmental impact. That's the materials that are used on their developments and their waste going off, their emissions, their energy. And this just proves such a challenge for construction projects. Why is that? It's the old adage that you can't manage what you can't measure, and our way of measuring progress and impact in this industry is so broken. McKinsey estimates that $10 billion a year is wasted from lost information. We still rely on paper tickets to track the materials coming onto our projects. These are typed up into spreadsheets and shared between systems and people. And although there's new systems like QR codes and e-ticketings have been introduced, they're really struggling to take hold because they have to interface with a deeply fragmented and underskilled supply chain. So although change is coming, it's just too slow to meet the needs of our public and private clients. So what we need is something that seamlessly interfaces with the existing paper-based processes while simultaneously supporting the adoption of more efficient digital systems. We need a tool that eliminates the immediate pain of collecting data and reporting on site and gives value back to those individuals who are putting in that effort. And finally, we need a system that enables those construction and development teams to use that data to inform their decision-making to be more profitable, productive, and sustainable. We need Qflow. Qflow uses a unique combination of AI and IoT technology to automate the data capture of all materials coming onto site and the waste going off. So no drop-down list, no free text, just snap a photograph and let the AI do the rest. Qflow then audits all that data in real time and alerts engineering teams to errors so they can be caught before they become a risk. And finally, we analyse that data to identify opportunities for teams to be more sustainable as they move forward. A great example of this is Qflow's work with HS2's Old Oak Common demolition site. Within 3 months of tracking their waste data, Qflow had identified a small change in their waste process that not only helped them eliminate 1 tonne of carbon emissions, but also £60,000 of costs a year. These insights are derived from data that the industry always has, but doesn't have access to or the confidence in to make decisions off of. We've repeated this process with contractors and developers across the UK, and with a flexible pricing structure, we're able to support small £1 million highways projects all the way up to £2 billion commercial developments in London, because we're here to help the industry as a whole build a more sustainable future. So our growing team of amazing software engineers and data scientists are helping Jade and I transform our vision for a more sustainable construction industry into a reality. We're bringing together the important skills and technologies to really help you achieve your ambition for net zero. Over the next 3 years, we're scaling our impact across the UK and looking to launch into the US, Europe, and Australia. So if you're a developer looking to attract greater investment into your portfolio or gain greater transparency over your construction impact, then this is a great system for you. If you're a contractor that's looking to build more efficiency into your processes or give more transparency and confidence to your clients, then this is a great tool for you. And if you're an investor who's looking to capitalise on the amazing opportunity that the net zero movement has opened up, then this is a great opportunity for you. I'm happy to hear about your interests and share more with you about Qflow. So please feel free to reach out, and I look forward to building a more sustainable future with you.
Our next startup is REengine, a Turkish company that has developed an industrial IoT and AI platform to measure and optimize energy consumption and carbon emissions in the built environment. Please welcome Şahin Kalayan, co-founder and CEO of REengine.
Hello, this is Şahin, co-founder and CEO of REengine. We are empowering connected and intelligent energy. REengine is a global technology provider in energy and sustainability management. Our cloud-based energy AI and IoT platform is a cross-industry solution utilized across a number of industries, including office spaces, retail, banking, and manufacturing. We converge machine learning and IoT technologies to reduce the OPEX of facilities. We provide reduced energy bills, lower carbon emissions, improved living environment, and increased operational efficiency. We have footprint in 10 countries, managing 8,000 facilities remotely. Until now, we reduced 1.2 gigatons of carbon dioxide footprint. We have paying customers, including well-known brands in their own domains, such as IKEA, Zara, PepsiCo, and many more. We started as 3 co-founders with diverse research and industrial backgrounds from MIT, Siemens, IBM, and BSH. We have a strong international advisory board, and we have 30 dynamic team members working in our London and Istanbul offices. We are addressing your key business problems in energy and sustainability domain through cloud-based energy intelligence. Property owners or facility managers are facing with huge challenges such as huge amount of wasted operating expense, lack of connectivity in facilities, increasing regulatory push for carbon footprint reduction, and many more. This is how our technology helps them meet their sustainability goals. Facilities have several energy systems. With our intelligent IoT gateway, we turn the legacy systems into cloud-based connected IoT systems. We have edge analytics at the field, and on top of it, we collect, store, and process the data in our secure cloud. Thanks to advanced predictive algorithms, we provide you with unique, precise, and relevant actionable intelligence utilizing the optimum feedback mechanisms. We have unique selling points which makes us very competitive. Deep analytical intelligence helps our users to utilize our platform with more energy saving. Our wide interoperability enables faster field deployment and lower initial investment. Our robust and scalable architecture is built to minimize the risk of cyber attacks. For reducing OPEX and increasing the sustainability, we have several use cases in the field. In industrial plants like PepsiCo, it starts mainly with detecting high consumption areas and solving underlying issues. In retails like Zara, we provide performance benchmarks for hundreds of branches, remote controls, and intelligent rule engine for diagnostics. In 550 branches of BNP Paribas, we focused on HVAC systems and critical power infrastructure health. We go with direct sales as well as partner channel, including utility, ESCO, and facility management companies. The sales model is software as a service subscription. On top of the platform services, we have managed services such as dedicated remote energy managers. After our service launch in 2017, we had a pretty good traction, right now serving 100 customers. We have already secured partnerships with companies like Cisco, Oracle, and ISS for our global expansion. We are planning to close our $4 million of Series A round, which will enable our international expansion in EMEA and APAC regions. We invite you all to join our vision of empowering the connected and intelligent energy. If you want to find out more for collaboration opportunities, please contact me.
Next up is Skyline Robotics, an Israeli and US company automating all types of work at height, starting with window cleaning. Please welcome Yaron Schwartz, serial entrepreneur and co-founder and CEO of Skyline Robotics.
Hey everybody, thank you for having us here. We're Skyline Robotics, and we exist to ensure that all work at height is efficient, effective, and safe. And by safe, we mean eliminating human exposure to risk at heights. Meet Osmo, the world's first intelligent window cleaning system. Off-the-shelf hardware and existing infrastructure, Osmo is retrofitted into the building using our proprietary software. We've developed this system based on three technological revolutions that have happened before us. The laptop that made computing smaller and lightweight, the mobile phone that has given us access to sensors and communication, and the autonomous car revolution that has given the validity needed around computer vision, machine learning, and obviously AI. You might ask yourselves, why do we need all of this technology to clean windows? Well, the basket is actually a giant pendulum, exposed to wind and weather, elements and reaction forces from the building. We measure in real time all of these reaction forces, and then our algorithm can put a minimal jerk trajectory, which basically means stabilizing, into the cleaning path, as you can see here. So we're disrupting an age-old industry with highly automated solutions. And this is what our experience looks like. Last year, we serviced about 1 million square feet of windows in Tel Aviv, and this year we're set to service about 7 million. But when you look at the unit economics of this, it also makes financial sense. Today, a window cleaning operation of 3 people will gross about 16% of their project. Using Osmo and just 1 person, that doubles to about 35%. Last week, we completed a live demonstration for a client here in New York. And when you compare Osmo to traditional window cleaning, instead of 3 people, we use 1. And instead of 11 days to complete the project, we do it in 3. Our go-to-market strategy over the next 12 months, we've already completed the demo and deploy. We're in final process of signing our US-centered team, and our next stage will be to scale and grow with existing window cleaning operators, enabling them to be more profitable and proliferate our systems in the market. Obviously, our market is much larger than just window cleaning. Any elevation over 3 feet, 1 meter, is elevated works, and that's where the Skyline system plugs in. This wouldn't be possible without a phenomenal team. I've had the privilege to work with phenomenal organizations like the UN, the World Economic Forum, and the X Prize Foundation. My co-founder Avi Abadi, who leads our technology, has run the robotics lab for Tel Aviv University and the Israeli government's Innovation Center for Agriculture, and has more than a decade of experience developing robotic systems. Our team is 15 strong, 2 PhDs, 6 masters, and every person on our team has an invention to their name. Obviously, we are also backed by phenomenal investors. What's next? We've secured the US market and are planning to launch and expand. Our next goal, the UK and the EU markets. And this is what we'd like from you. We're looking for a financing partner to help us establish our headquarters here and then find local partners to go to market with. If you think this is you, come speak to me after this pitch. Thank you.
Our next startup is StrongArm Technologies, a US company helping industrial workers in sectors such as logistics, construction, and manufacturing to reduce injuries and increase productivity. Please welcome Sean Peterson, founder and CEO of StrongArm.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sean Peterson, founder and CEO of StrongArm Tech. We're an industrial safety company, and we use wearable devices to keep industrial athletes proud, protected, and productive. The problem that we're facing is absolutely massive. It's a $3.25 trillion problem worldwide. It's a pandemic-sized issue. And where our business started is we learned that this is a much larger challenge than ourselves. And in order to really solve it, we need to fall in love with the problem and not in love with the solution. The way I started this organization was I grew up working in the family construction company. My father actually passed away on the job. So I've been spending the last 8 years trying to get people to pay attention and care about the inequality that industrial athletes face every single day. Because even though it's a large dollar figure, it affects this gentleman right here, Jack. Jack is wearing a sensor, and that small sensor is keeping him proud, protected, and productive every day. And what we're finding is that is a pandemic-sized issue, with over 1 billion industrial athletes going through the same challenges every day. We can take that impact and we can drive it into operational insights, because that's where the real win-win comes from. We're giving managers insights on how to better manage their employees using a safety score versus punitive metrics. And what that's done is actually showed an economic impact that provides the win-win we're looking for. And what we're finding is that by focusing on the safety score as a new means of evaluating your industrial athlete, you'll not only find a reduction in injury, but you're actually going to see an increase in throughput and quality. The data that we're collecting is around 25 different inputs collected at 12.5 times a second. We collect more data in a single day than an environmental health and safety professional could collect over a 40-year career measuring 7 days a week. It's massive amounts of data, but what it's about is about impact and scalability. We use a smart gateway product that enables us to do all the hardware and software management, firmware updates, and provide specific details and insights to the industrial athletes when they need them, right at the start of the shift. Those insights are processed, and that's really where our solution truly drives operational change. By taking all these complex metrics and driving them into the various verticals inside of a business, we're finding a means to tie the narrative of the risk the industrial athlete faces to operational impact. And we've done this at countries all around the world. We're on 5 different continents. We work with the 6 largest workers' compensation firms in the entire world. What they allow us to do is identify the greatest pools of risk that are facing our world today and how we can drive innovation into those areas to impact them. And we're built for scale. GDPR compliance and ISO certification allow us to not only maintain the security of that device, but also the protection of that data against the industrial athlete. We're entering a new world where in Industry 4.0, everything is measured. And we now need to understand that protected also means how we're handling data for the industrial athlete themselves. Another changing factor in the profile of risk is how fast risk is. And StrongArm recognizes that. And we understand risk is fast and we need to be faster. And a great demonstration of that has been the COVID pandemic. We were able to simply reconfigure some features to enforce social distancing and also generate reports around contract tracing. And what we've done is shown within the first 2 weeks an actual 80% reduction in human-to-human interactions, and actually have enabled dozens of businesses to get up and running faster. A time series database that was built to enable us to work with the insurance partners has now enabled us to do contract tracing, meaning we can get back to patient zero quickly. The challenges we face are massive, and for us, it's about the proof. Our clients will see typically is an 8-to-1 ROI in the first year. The way we operate is on a SaaS platform. We charge a per user per month fee. And what that means is every dollar a client sees us, they're going to see $8 back in savings. We have over 45,000 sensors out in the market. And what that means is that we're collecting more data in a single day than an environmental health and safety professional could have collected over a 40-year career measuring 7 days a week. The reach and the spread of that data is truly impactful. And what it results in is a 45% average annual injury reduction. Some of our power users even see over 50% continuously. And at the end of the day, in addition to operational efficacy, reduction in injury, we're also seeing a reduction in turnover, retaining staff and maintaining operations at key because of reduced injuries. The rest of our team is just as obsessed with this problem as we are. We're over 45, primarily engineers, and we're developing new technologies to really help us fight a challenge that is way bigger than ourselves. We've deployed tens of thousands of sensors. We've spent hundreds of thousands of hours with industrial athletes, and we're just getting started. With our ability to partner with insurance providers to understand risk on the horizon and drive new technology with our team, we truly are on a journey right now to reevaluate labor. Our goal is to finally reintroduce the industrial athlete into the equation of Industry 4.0. If you're interested in joining us on this evolution into the new paradigm of understanding safety and risk in Industry 4.0, we ask that you join us, whether it be for investment, whether you're a client, or whether you're just interested in the plight of the industrial athlete.
Next up is Visilin, a company in the construction space operating globally from Finland, UK, and India, with a solution that is bringing digital collaboration across the entire construction project workflow. Please welcome Dr. Bhargav Dave, co-founder and CEO of Visilin.
Hi, my name is Bhargav Dave, and I'm co-founder and CEO of Visilin. Visilin is a startup founded in Helsinki, Finland, and we provide a digital construction management platform. Our mission is to save trillions of dollars for the construction industry and to save millions of tons of waste going to landfill sites. Construction is one of the largest industries in the world. It's estimated that almost $8 trillion are spent on construction projects globally each year. However, it's one of the most inefficient and unsustainable industries in the world. it's estimated that almost half of the construction time on projects goes to waste. But digitization is on rise now. Off-site manufacturing and modularization are coming to solve some of the problems, as well as investment in technology is increasing. There are many problems in the construction process. However, one of the most fundamental problems is that we have decoupled the process from how we are going to build it, meaning the construction process itself, with what we are going to build, which is the actual product model. That means that each stakeholder, whether you are a designer, a project manager, whether you are in one of the site teams, or you're working in the field, you do not have the information that you need and in the form that you need it. That creates a huge chaos on construction sites and results in firefighting and looking back all the time. Vizilean was designed to solve this very problem. It is designed as a production management system that actually connects the what, meaning the product, with how, meaning the process. It provides simple and visual interfaces to the entire supply chain working on construction projects. Our dashboards help monitor progress. Our collaborative planning engine help control the process. And our reporting and alerts from the mobile apps keep the entire team updated 24/7. This results in a proactive system rather than firefighting all the time. We're working with construction companies all over the world, and we are solving problems across the entire construction process, starting from bidding and design stage to construction and handover. We're working with projects as small as 2 million to as large as 2 billion, and work with some of the best known companies such as Mace, Alec, Goldacre, and Implenia. There are many benefits of using Vizilean. However, some of the key benefits are better collaboration across the entire supply chain and all the stakeholders, which results in improved communication and information flow across the whole project. That results in better control of the construction project, meaning you know where you're going at any point in time. With our system, customers such as Mace have recorded over 43% efficiency gains in running their construction projects, and ability to get real-time updates from the field has saved Alec many working hours. We have a simple business model. We provide unlimited user licenses for a set monthly fee for any given construction project. And there is a small setup and training fee as well alongside. We are already operating in some of our key markets such as UK, Nordics, Middle East, and India through direct sales channels. And we have some resellers in other metro markets. We're already building an online sales strategy for SME customers. Never before in the history of construction, a team such as this has come together to solve a very complex production management problem. We not only have the depth, but also the breadth to solve this complex problem. We're raising a late seed round and looking to raise 2.5 million euros investment to scale up our business right now. We're going to use the fund to boost up sales and marketing and to fill up key positions. And we're also using the funds to boost up the product. We're looking for partners to join us on our mission to fix this broken industry. Thank you for your time.
For our final presentation, we have Celeros, a Spanish company leading the charge behind the fifth mode of transportation, with a hyperloop that will transport us at speeds of up to 1,000 kilometers an hour, taking us from London to Madrid in less than 2 hours. Please welcome David Pistoni, co-founder and CEO of Celeros.
Hi everyone, I'm David Pistoni. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Celeros Hyperloop, and we are developing a unique solution for this new mean of transportation to move cargo and passengers. But first of all, what is exactly Hyperloop? Hyperloop is basically a train levitating inside a tubing vacuum. In this way, we reduce the friction and we can achieve speeds up to 1,000 kilometers per hour with low energy consumption. We also protect the vehicle from external conditions, and we have zero direct emissions. Hyperloop is the best combination of the railway sector and the aerospace sector, ranging distances from 400 kilometers to 1,500 kilometers, and complementing the current transportation system we have today. Why we need Hyperloop? We see two main reasons. First one, technology. We already know how to manage vacuum system, how to levitate trains, how to create light materials for aerospace, and the challenge is how to integrate these technologies in the same mean of transportation and make it safe for passengers and cargo. The second reason is we need it. We are not aligned with the Paris Agreement, and we need to change our energy and transportation model, and Hyperloop is the perfect solution to fit with these objectives. Elon Musk noticed this 5 years ago and launched an international competition to find the best Hyperloop solution. And we won the best Hyperloop proposal prize and the best Hyperloop propulsion prize. Today, we are Celeros Hyperloop. We have our own vision of Hyperloop. We have our technologies and a big network of partners supporting this project. We are not alone. There are different players developing this technology, and the market is growing really fast. And it's important also to know that we are cooperating with other Hyperloop promoters, looking for a common legislation framework and a common standardization in order to find a solution for this mean of transportation in the future that allow us to connect the different regions and countries. What makes us different from others? We have a unique technology, including most part of the systems inside of the vehicle instead of the infrastructure, reducing the infrastructure cost and maintenance, and also allowing the passengers to travel at safer pressures. This is an example of how we can reduce the infrastructure cost compared with other developments based on the maglev technology in China and Japan. We are currently 50 people working full-time on the project with the support of Altran, and we have a big network of supporters coming from industry, research centers, and advisory board also, really important for us. We know this project is a big project, and we are always looking for new supporters and collaborators to add value to the project. Of course, we have also institutional support and the support of our investors coming from different regions and profiles to get the project to the next level. The business model is similar to the high-speed train model, in which different players combine forces as a consortium to create these Hyperloop routes. We are coordinating the whole development in this phase, but we will be the expert and the manufacturer of the vehicles in the future. Hyperloop is the main objective of Celeros, but we have also different business lines applying our technology to other industries. For example, to move cargo containers inside of ports and airports. We are finishing our validation and optimization of our technologies for Hyperloop, and the next step is to combine these technologies in the same vehicle to operate in real conditions at 500 kilometers per hour. Then we will scale our technology first for cargo and then for passengers. This is our vision of connecting the world as a metro line but at high speeds, and we believe the Celeros technology is the best option to achieve it, having a scalable technology to connect these long distances. Thank you for your time, and I will be happy to continue talking with you about this exciting project, so please get in touch.
Thank you, David, and to all our startups, who I'm sure you will agree have done an absolutely amazing job today. Now, for some closing remarks, I would like to welcome to the stage my colleague and one of the partners of the Noe Group, David Bloom.
Thank you, Vanula. On behalf of the Noe Group, I'm delighted you've all been able to join us today, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I did. A big thank you has to go out to the amazing founders, companies, and the RElab team, so ably led by Vanula, who've adapted so quickly and successfully to the accelerated change in our market. We've also benefited hugely from such wonderful program partners and mentors who've undoubtedly raised the bar on what is possible. The Noe Group is exceptionally proud of this year's cohort, and will continue to invest in the change we are seeing in our industry. We hope you've enjoyed this showcase and look forward to engaging you further on this exciting journey. And so remember, to follow up with any of the startups, please use the link which you can find on the Hopin homepage or the RElab website to book your meeting. Thank you.